So, Xbox exclusives are now heading to Nintendo and PlayStation because Microsoft's biggest competition is everything from TikTok to movies, not Switch 2 and PS5, Matt Booty says. Microsoft. You mean the same Microsoft with a full page ad pop up on your console startup a day after their prices hiked by 50%? That same Microsoft? You mean the same Microsoft that had to back out of $80 for The Outer Worlds 2 because pre-orders were likely so abysmal they would have had to pull a Ubisoft and only release engagement numbers? That same Microsoft? You mean the same Microsoft that published one of the best games of this decade only to shut down its studio shortly after to focus more on its cookie-cutter first-party lineups, in complete opposition of its own fan expectations? It's kind of funny how you say they're not your competition, but you seem to follow them in everything they do, even when it backfires on them horribly. Did you know that AI might not be saving EA money like they thought it would? And would you look at this? Generative AI is going to be used heavily to make the new Halo games, including the new Combat Evolved remake. What is this, like the 5th time revisiting Halo 1 again? Could we not rebrand 343 Studios and just hand the franchise to a competent studio instead to make a proper sequel? I mean, don't you guys own Machine Games? So what does this have to do with EA? Well, it gives us a possible glimpse into what could be problematic for Microsoft as well. Turns out, AI might not be the penny pincher these bastards were banking on. According to a report from Business Insider, EA's rollout of AI in game development through its own AI chatbot has not gone as intended. The generative AI tool is prone to hallucinations, requiring actual human developers to go in and fix its mistakes, and costing time and money. I wonder if we're going to see these problems with Microsoft, because for EA, it's said that AI keeps adding incorrect code to projects, which have to be fixed by human developers who don't want to work with the tool in the first place. Let's just be honest here. Generative AI is just a soulless imitation of the human soul and shouldn't be let anywhere near art. Sure, we have things like procedural generation. We see this in everything from roguelikes to Bethesda games, but this is going too far. We're letting the damn thing write code. If we're going off the broken launches over the past few years alone, and you're telling me the devs have to go back and fix this kind of shit, I'm really starting to question the intentions of these publishers. To hell with it. We all know what this is for. This is only being done to put more developers out of work. We can see this with Microsoft's last layoffs of over 9,000 employees. When I hear that number, I get a mental image of Vegeta smashing a scouter. It's over 9,000! Because there's no way that can be right. Xbox executive Matt Booty has said that former exclusives are crossing the multi-platform line to other consoles because, well, the other consoles apparently aren't the company's biggest competition. But speaking to the New York Times ahead of the announcement that Halo Combat Evolved is coming to the PS5 next year, Xbox president of Game Content and Studios Matt Booty said it's no biggie because the publisher is simply seeking to meet people where they are, which is PR speak for, remember that nearly $70 billion we spent on acquiring COD a couple years ago? To be exact, well, where the fuck's our money? Because we're about to be all up in Matt's booty. So, our biggest competition isn't another console, he also claimed. We are competing more and more with everything from TikTok to movies, which is interesting because last time I checked, video games were their own medium outside of movies and social media. It's almost like every disingenuous PR statement is an open confession from a company so captured by its own greed they're willing to alienate not only their own player base, but everyone in general. My guess is that this is just going to dig the grave even deeper, because Xbox players will most likely jump ship over to Steam, while the other people who weren't going to subscribe to Game Pass in the first place are just going to stick to platforms like TikTok. Unless Game Pass is so good, TikTokers are going to doom scroll through that for $30 a month instead. We'll see how that goes. But as of right now, I'm seeing zero interest from the Gen Z community. They seem to be quite content with Roblox and TikTok. Netflix once said that Fortnite was a bigger competitor than HBO. But that's only because we're all so flooded with things to look at online or spend time with, whether it's a new movie, album, game, or something in real life. Imagine that it's difficult to have the bandwidth for everything. That's why you don't. That's why it's important to read the room. The airwaves are flooded. Yeah, sure, this is true. But it also has become so invasive that people are just jumping ship. Like I said, right now, we're seeing millions of people deleting their social media accounts, calling it digital detox, saying that it's become too overwhelming, that they want their attention back, showing lack of motivation to post. Not only that, but huge concerns over privacy and data protection. Many people have been experiencing security breaches, like having all of their photos being stolen. But the biggest thing for people is that they just want to have things like careers. They want families, they want hobbies. Hobbies like gaming, something that Xbox used to offer to people, but now is hell-bent on exploiting to fuel the corporate mega complex. Microsoft wants to run target ads in games themselves, claiming it's to provide personalized content for unintrusive online gaming experiences using your account data. Meaning they don't want to just use regular old pop-ups. They want to show you ads inside of the game's environments and locations themselves. Things like billboards, stadiums, NPC clothing, radio stations. They call it real-time delivery, where you'll be constantly blasted in the eyeballs with advertisement. Does that sound like a hobby to you? Or how about this? The patent that Microsoft filed for mining cryptocurrency using human body activity data. Just get a load of this, because if you already hate Xbox, I'm here to tell you that you don't hate Xbox enough. Some exemplary embodiments of the present disclosure may use human body activity associated with the task provided to a user as a solution to mining challenges in cryptocurrency systems. For example, a brainwave or body heat emitted from the user when the user performs the task provided by an information or service provider, such as viewing certain internet services, can be used in the mining process. Instead of massive computation work required by some conventional cryptocurrency systems, data generated based on the body activity of the user can be used as a proof of work, and therefore a user can solve the computationally difficult problem unconsciously. Accordingly, certain exemplary embodiments of the present disclosure may reduce computational energy for the mining process as well as make the mining process faster. We're well past being greedy at this point. This shit sounds Orwellian. This is like Terminator Skynet levels of dystopian. Is this how you bring value to your player's Xbox? Though Booty's comments also come after a recent Bloomberg report stating the gaming division was under huge pressure from Microsoft management to deliver above standard profit margins, mainly due to the fact that it spent almost $70 billion swallowing up Activision Blizzard, which might explain those cancellations, studio shutdowns, and subscription price hikes. Maybe Xbox's biggest competitor is Microsoft. So there you have it. Xbox, they're for sure dead. Welcome to Microsoft Gaming. I hope you like constant advertisements and biometric scanning. These motherfuckers act like they want to have your DNA in order to be on their platform. It's not even going to be a console. It's probably going to be a camera that just scans your eyeball to sign into Game Pass. Partnered with Palantir's gaming division. If I were you, and I was an Xbox fan, I'd buy an Xbox 360. I'd just start collecting physical media again. Talk to me in the comments. Later.